Hello, Steve White, Steve Outside 9. Well, good news for Johnny Depp today. I heard earlier today, as soon as I got up, that he had essentially won his defamation case. Now, I wanted more information on it, but there is really just all there is live feeds and clipped video of the actual them reading out all the wins. Basically, it's just like they just go through all the charges, all the things, and then they're pretty much all against Amber Heard. There's one against one of Johnny's representatives, and by default him, which was a statement by someone, Mr. Waldman, who is acting as an agent for Johnny Depp, and he made a statement which I don't think the statement was inaccurate, but apparently they couldn't prove all of it or something. So he lost one. So Johnny Depp won $10 million in damages. He sued for $50 million, got $10 million, and he got another that was compensatory, and then there was the other one which was punitive, which was $5 million. Now there's a cap or something, statutory cap for that in that state, so that was taken down to $350. So basically, Johnny Depp got $10.4 million compensation for Amber Heard's, do we have to say alleged lies anymore? So yeah, but she got $2 million, unfortunately, through someone that was working for Depp, which is, I would be suing that guy because as a representative, they're supposed to know what to say and how to say things. When you listen to that statement, he didn't say allegedly, supposedly, we believe, any of that. It was just like, she did this, and it was quite aggressive, and it was stupid and totally unnecessary. They could have made the same accusations, but done it in a way that she couldn't have sued and couldn't have won. So that person, he failed Johnny pretty bad. But it's a pretty amazing outcome, because for victims of domestic abuse, people are claiming, oh, this is going to be bad for victims of domestic abuse. Well, no, because Johnny is a victim of domestic abuse. And the fact that men aren't acknowledged as much as women, this is really a win for them. Is it a win against women? Well, not really, because I don't think anyone believes her. Johnny had already won in the public opinion, the court of public opinion. So it's just a matter of whether he'd actually win in the actual case, and the money and so forth. And he won in both. And it's great, because it's an interesting statement on the media, because this is one of those cases where we actually watched it. We actually got to see it all, and we didn't have to see it through media spin, which is what we get a lot of the time. We just hear, opinion news, and you don't actually just get to hear the facts and make your own mind up about it. And a lot of people just listen to, the opinions and judge on that and don't actually look at the facts or the information. And this is one of those cases where the whole thing was televised, which they pushed for. Johnny's people pushed for. I think Amber's didn't want it, obviously, is what I'm hearing, allegedly, supposedly. So it's just really great. People are able to just see the evidence and see for themselves what the situation was, rather than being told. And the media was very much on Amber's side. So many articles about how she was being bullied and all this stuff. And a lot of the few articles I saw that talked about it was very much about how she lost, and it was all from her side. They were acknowledging that Johnny won because they had to, but it was all very much from her side. And the media obviously was on her side, and her argument that she was a victim of his power and influence, clearly not, or he wouldn't have been in the situation he's in. He wouldn't have lost his career. And it wasn't a matter of media spin. It wasn't a matter of power. It was a matter of the evidence was put live on TV. People were able to see it, make up their own minds. The jurors were able to see it, make up their minds. There was no power or influence from Johnny Depp, except maybe some people who have some sentimental attachment to him as an actor because of the characters he's played. I love him because of Edward Scissorhands, and I always will. But that wouldn't affect how I actually hear evidence. I would be very disappointed if I heard evidence that showed that he did something and I had to, acknowledge that. That would be sad, but I would do it. So I really think she's got no argument. She's going to have to pay him a lot of money. I mean, okay. It's like, well, you pay me the $10 million you owe me, I'll pay you the $2 million I apparently owe you. It's such a pity that that guy misspoke, and if he hadn't have done that, she would have won nothing. And that wasn't Johnny Depp speaking, and it wasn't him giving out a statement that someone put out. It was this guy speaking who worked for Johnny, basically. So he should have just watched what he said. But I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. I'm very happy about this win. I believed him. I knew she was, in my opinion, evil and abusive, and there was proof of that. And I sort of thought once people see that, they'll realise that, and they did. But I wasn't sure if it was ever going to be put out there and recognised in actual court. Then it was. So it's really nice. And I really think this is going to do a lot for men who are in abusive situations, who have been afraid to speak out or haven't been acknowledged, because Johnny, he may have put all these issues out there and showed all his problems and all that, but he was willing to acknowledge all his faults, but he wasn't willing to acknowledge something he didn't do. So I'm really happy for this one. And it's also a bit of a win also for in the culture wars, because the media has been slamming a lot of people as racist and abusive, who are against or criticising certain elements of the media and certain shows, who were just, slapped with those allegations. And the media is very good at doing that and very good at gaslighting. And a lot of people saw through this evidence how the media was gaslighting on behalf of Amber Heard. And it does just make people think more about what they're hearing and realise they can't always trust the media to not, because it's not objective. A lot of the media now, a lot of news is very opinion orientated. They have whole shows that are opinion orientated that are more entertainment than news, but they get called news and people still treat them like news because they present themselves like news, but they're actually not news. And I'm sorry, someone is doing something in my building. I'm going to have to go. I've got more to say, but it's getting too loud and I don't know if it's going to come back. So it also was a good win for the public against the media, because the media does misrepresent some groups and so forth. And I'm going to go. Thanks. Bye.